little party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new speed build for you, and I know today is Saturday, normally not an upload day for me, but I actually am late with this video. As of recording this voiceover, I am already late with this video. So this is another renovation battle hosted by Zamboxious-Sims. We have done plenty of these in the past. I really enjoy doing these. You guys know renovations are one of my favorite things to do in The Sims. On my original channel, I had a whole hip renovation series. I kind of did it a little bit on this channel, but I didn't go quite as gung-ho into it when I started my new channel, but I love a good renovation. I really especially love a good renovation with a house that's kind of like, not that great. Let's see if we can make it look better. So this is Rockridge Springs. It is in the new world of Evergreen Harbor, which is awesome. I actually really genuinely like this world. Of course, as always, some of the EA builds that came at this world are not the nicest looking things. They're not super pretty, but that is what Renovation Battle is all about. So usually once a month, we pick a different lot. We are currently going kind of through some of the world. So we did a few in Brindleton Bay, we did a few in San Myshuno, and now we are moving our way into Evergreen Harbor because of course the new eco lifestyle came out and we can't not build in Evergreen Harbor. It kind of, I feel like we need to at this point. Hopefully the hype will die down soon and we can kind of get back into some normal, regular old, not specifically container builds type of things. But the rules for this particular one are Sims are coming far and wide to heed the call of getting Evergreen Harbor back together. 2 environmentalists have taken up residence at Rockridge Springs and would like for us to help make this home a place where they can plan and save the environment. So I kind of took that and I ran with it a little bit. So of course there is space for, a couple of environmentalists in here, but I did also add a child's bedroom because I feel like, if you're an environmentalist and your whole thing is saving the world for the future, chances are you're saving the world for the future, of course, for, the rest of humanity because you're probably a good person, but for your kids as well. Like, I know that I want the environment to get better because I am concerned for my children and my children's children. I'm not necessarily super concerned for me because in my lifespan, the chances of the world blowing up are pretty slim to none. But in a few hundred years, yeah, that, we might have some problems down the road. So I know that I want to try and get people to take care of the world because I am concerned for the people who will come after me, especially my family. So that was my thought process behind adding a children's bedroom. And I thought it would be really cute, if you are an environmentalist, to also kind of bring your children in on it. So they moved into this house, they renovated it perfectly for their new little family, and they're starting to pick up their little eco lifestyle habits here and there. So we do see some cars in the driveway that, may or may not be used fairly frequently. I can't assume that if you're an environmentalist that you're using a car all that often, but at the same time, we do have the little bug shack kind of things. I don't actually know what they're called off the top of my head, but we have that little bug shack thing, so you can collect biofuel from those. So maybe they have revamped their cars to take biofuel and not like, gasoline or anything. Outside, we have plenty of areas for plants. We have some of those wall kind of planter type things, the tall ones, the vertical wall planters. We had to include that in this build, as well as solar panels and a bird feeder. So I did manage to get all 3 of those items into this build in ways that I really feel like it made sense, and it wasn't just me saying, well, I have to add a bird feeder, so I guess I'll just stick it over here in the corner. I tried to incorporate these things into the build as much as possible, and I do think I did a fairly good job with it. I am really excited to see what everyone else has come up with. We have some really amazing people that do these renovation battles every single month. We are constantly taking on new people. Sometimes you go in one month and you don't participate, and then you end up back the next month and you do participate. It's all super laid back, and I really enjoy that about collabs and things like this, because I'm not a very organized person. I know that I kind of seem that way sometimes, especially when I do my So You Want to Be a YouTuber series. Like, I come across like I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it all right all the time. I'm not. Like, I am the worst planner. I am the most forgetful human being you will ever meet in your life. Like, you could tell me something 1 minute, and 10 minutes later, I will not remember that you have asked me to do said thing. I have so many notes in my phone and my calendars, like, for my work schedule. I have a horrible memory. I don't really remember where I was going with that either, which is, you know, just kind of par for the course here. But we have a ton of really amazing people in this collab. This month, the people participating are Havana Sims, Bree Simulated, B-Ray, Simiba, Joy to Sims, Carrie Plays, LilacLydiaDeetz, and Maple Simmer. So there are some super crazy talented girls that are joining in on this month's renovation battle, and let me tell you, they all always do such a good job. And one of my favorite things about doing the renovation battle is that we're all renovating the same house or the same lot with the same parameters. But that being said, everybody comes up with something that is 100% different from everybody else's. I don't know how everybody is so creative all of the time. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna go in and we're gonna find that a few people have kept the basic layout of the house. Myself, for instance, I actually really liked the placement and shape of this bathroom, so I did not want to move it. Upstairs, all I really did was kind of section off that really big room that's upstairs, because there is one room that takes up the entire half of the house, which is just far too large for my liking. So I didn't really play with the interior layout very much. I did add quite a bit onto the exterior. The things that we were allowed to add were not exterior walls. So if you notice, I did a few little patio areas, and I ended up sticking roofs over those patio areas because adding foundations was something that we were allowed to do in this particular build. So I needed to find a way to add some character, to add, I don't know, just something to make the house not look like it's just this boring ass box. Because let's be real, this house is a boring ass box. And yes, I see real life houses that look exactly like this all the time, but there's something about the translation from real life to The Sims with these square houses that in The Sims, it just looks unfinished, it looks boring. It just doesn't have the same oomph as when you see a house that looks like this in real life. So I really wanted to add some things to the exterior. I added a lot of roofing over the patios. I kind of changed up the porch. I changed up the porch outside. I think that was something that we were allowed to do. It said we were allowed to change fences and foundations and that kind of thing. So I'm sorry if I went a little overboard and I made a boo-boo and I did a naughty and I did a thing I wasn't supposed to do, but it's already done now, so it is what it is. I will say before we get into the screenshots, this bathroom that is between the two bedrooms, I totally forgot to finish it on camera, and I actually even uploaded it to the gallery without this bathroom being completed. Don't know why, don't know how that happened. So I did end up, and I went in and I furnished the bathroom and I re-uploaded the house to the gallery, so that way when Havana goes in and she is actually touring these on her Twitch stream today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can find her on Twitch. She'll be able to see the full house and not just an empty bathroom upstairs. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. As always, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button down below the video. Why can't I talk today? And make sure that you hit that subscribe button too, because clearly you want to listen to me ramble all the time. I don't know why you wouldn't. There's 2,000 people that seem to truly enjoy it. So, just hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.